What's up guys, I'm Perry and I'm going to show you the different controls, inputs, and outputs on your WiiM Pro. So if we take a look at the WiiM Pro, you'll see we have all of these different inputs, outputs, and controls here. So starting with this side here, we have all of the different inputs and outputs to connect the receiver to your sound source, to your speakers, etc. So starting on top here, we have the RCA line input, and we can use this to connect sound sources like a DVD player, a record player, an RCA to aux cable, or anything with an RCA output. And then we have the RCA output to connect the receiver to your speakers, amplifiers, or anything that can produce the sound that's coming out of the receiver. Underneath that, we have a similar deal with the SPDIF or optical input and output. So we can use the SPDIF in to connect anything like a gaming console, TV, etc. And then we have the SPDIF output to connect the receiver to your speakers, amplifiers, or anything that's going to produce the sound to come out of the receiver. And next to that, we have the Ethernet port, so we can take an Ethernet cable and plug it in from our router or modem for a strong internet connection. We also have the USB-C power port to power the receiver. Next to the power input, we have a microphone to pick up our voice and send it out to an Alexa, Apple HomePod, etc. And above the coax output, we have a 12-volt trigger output. This can be used with an amplifier that has a 12-volt trigger input, which will awaken the amplifier as soon as there's sound playing through the receiver. To set this up, you're actually going to need a 2.5mm aux cable. Connect one end into the trigger out on the receiver, then plug the other end into the trigger input on the amplifier. On the other side of the receiver, we have the controls. So we have the pause or play button to pause or play our music. We have the plus and minus buttons to control the volume of our receiver. And then we have the preset button, which will activate the presets that we set up on the WiiM app. We're actually going to be going over this feature later on, but basically you can load in different content through these presets and activate them with the push of a button. So hopefully this showed you guys all of the different inputs, outputs, and controls on your WiiM Pro. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry, and we'll see you next time.